I want to talk with you today about biochemical rust, how you can decrease your risk of degenerative disease and premature death. And this is very important information for both men and postmenopausal women. Now, I'm going to share a lot of information with you here. Some of it's on whiteboard. The writing will get just a little better as we go along here because I have my staff do that. But this relates to the subject of iron. And so we think about iron in terms of anemia when we don't have enough, but what about when we have too much? And I'm not talking so much about the disease state called hemochromatosis, where we're gaining massive amounts of iron due to a degenerative condition or due to a genetic condition. I'm talking about the slow accumulation of iron for men and for postmenopausal women. And so we measure something in our blood called hemoglobin. Sometimes when you're donating blood, they'll say that's your iron level. It's not really your iron level, but there is serum iron that goes in your bloodstream. And then we have something called ferritin, and ferritin is a protein that deals with storage iron. And this is what we're talking about. Many people don't have their levels of storage iron or ferritin checked. And if they do, we're paying attention to reference ranges, which are standard ranges that are based on a statistical analysis of the population. But a statistical analysis of the population may not be set for people that want to be really healthy. So the reference ranges for ferritin or storage iron are 30 to 400 for men and 15 to 150 for ladies. Now, we're talking about something that can make a big difference in your health, can literally affect how the mitochondria or energy producing parts of your cells are functioning, and can cause accumulation of rust, so to speak, of degenerative change in our cells. Now, we might look at an optimal range of 40 to 60, and we'll say why in a moment. Now, these are all the things that have been tied in various research studies, and mostly in the last few years, tying high ferritin levels with cancer, with metabolic syndrome and type 2 diabetes, with high blood pressure or hypertension, osteoporosis, Alzheimer's. There was a study that showed that ferritin levels, storage iron in the cerebral spinal fluid, was related to who progressed from mild cognitive impairment, mild impairment of memory, to full-blown Alzheimer's. That was just in 2014. Parkinson's, liver disease, infection, and macular degeneration of the eyes, and accelerated aging. So I'm going to give you some reference or some books where you can look up all these different references. There was also an amazing study called the Copenhagen City Heart Study, and that was just in 2014. They actually followed 9,000 patients over 23 years. They found out that the median survival age, if you had a ferritin or storage iron level of greater than 600, was 55 years. If you had a ferritin level of 400 to 589, the median survival was 72 years. If it was 200 to 399, 76 years, and less than 279 years. So survival improved as ferritin levels dropped. Now, again, you don't want them to drop too low. You need at least 20 points to be able to make your hemoglobin and not stay anemic. But we may want to look closer to that optimal level. So what can you do about this if this is literally causing biochemical rust, causing more or contributing to more degenerative disease and accelerated aging? Well, you can do these things. You can donate blood. 30 to 50 points of your ferritin levels may be dropped by a simple blood donation. If you're eligible to donate blood, this is a fantastic thing to do, and you might base how often you do it on how high your ferritin levels are. There's some great studies in the books I'll give you that reference greater longevity and health for people that donate blood. Now, iron chelators. Iron chelators are things that can help bind iron. We'll talk about those in a minute. Inhibition of iron absorption. Those somewhat go together because some of those same things help you not absorb as much iron from a meal. And then we can have a low iron diet, and that means that we're looking at foods that have less iron. For example, red meat has more iron than chicken or lean poultry. Now, some of the things that can help chelate iron are a nutritional supplement called quercetin, a supplement called curcumin, a supplement called IP6, and EGCGs from green tea, and theoflavin from black tea. Now, these things, if you drink tea with your meal, or green tea or black tea with your meal, you're going to absorb less iron. And so those can be taken with your meal. These are some of the ways that you can reduce iron. You especially want to focus on these things if you're not eligible to donate blood due to another health reason or due to foreign travel or things like that. Now, a couple of places that you can get more information on this whole situation is a book called Fat for Fuel by Dr. Joseph McCauley. He's got a great chapter in there on storage iron and how it interferes with our energy, how it contributes to degenerative disease. Another book that's more comprehensive is called Dumping Iron, How to Ditch This Secret Killer and Reclaim Your Health by P.D. Mangan. And you can get that, I've got it on my phone for $7.99 through Amazon on my Kindle on my phone. That is some of the areas that you can get more information about this. But I want you to really encourage you to take a look at this and what's been coming out in the last few years. And this could be a missing factor where you may be doing all the other right things for your health, but iron is accumulating in your body and it's causing hormonal imbalances, and it's contributing to degenerative diseases, and it's contributing to your memory not being as sharp, and so forth. So take a real look at this. Make sure you get your ferritin levels tested. It's probably a $30 test approximately. It's not an expensive test, but it's not frequently run in the standard panels from your physician. So make sure you get your ferritin levels ran, and then get this information, apply these principles, and help yourself be healthier. I'm Dr. Michael Winters, Winters Wellness, Chiropractic Redefined. Please like us on Facebook and share us on YouTube.